Hi guys, just dialing in, running a bit late this morning, but we'll get there. So just dialing in. I've already got some callers here, so just having a bit of fun dialing in this morning. Come on.
Start your show now, press 1. To hear important instructions, press 2. To speak to customer service, press 3.
Since it appears you're calling back into a live show, we are reconnecting you now. Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Log Talk Radio. Hi, welcome to Soul Space Radio. To honor and protect the well-being of all, please find the following disclaimer. All rights reserved. No part of this broadcast may be reproduced or transmitted in any form or by any electronic or mechanical means without the presenter's written permission. The presenters do not dispense medical advice or prescribe the use of any technique as a form of treatment for physical, emotional, or medical problems. The intent of the presenters is to only offer information of a general nature to help you in your quest for emotional and spiritual well-being. Thank you.
Hello, welcome to Soul Space Radio. Good morning, Australian viewers, and good evening, good afternoon, my US audience, and the rest of the global audience. So welcome everyone. I've got a number of callers on the line, so we'll, before we start, we always like to have a bit of a, sorry callers that are on hold, if you could just bear with me for a few more minutes. Let's just all take a deep breath, because I've been doing a whole lot of work this morning, so I've only just sort of come down here myself. So I kind of need to get back into the flow of things. So if you can just bear with me, if you can sit down or anywhere where you feel comfortable, either sitting down on a couch or on the floor, however you are most comfortable, and then close your eyes, and we'll just take 3 deep breaths, and we're going to bring white light from the top of our crown chakra, coming from the heavens down out through our heart, and on the 3rd deep breath, we're just going to, when it comes out, that white light will come out through the heart and then join back into the universe. So here we go. So deep breath in, bright white light, down, 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 and out through the heart chakra. 2, in, and out through the heart chakra. And 3, in, and then mingle, 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 all the way up to the universe. Touch the universe with the light coming up from your heart. Beautiful. And now we're in a nice relaxed space. So on that note, we have a lovely caller. So here we go. Phone number ending in 6007. So off we go. Looking forward to a beautiful start. Good morning. Welcome to Soul Space Radio. Hello.
Thank you.
Hi, who am I speaking with?
This is Nicole.
Nicole. Fantastic, Nicole. And how can we help?
I'm wondering, I'm planning to move by December, and I'm wondering what you can think of around that. If I'm right with the time frame and maybe about the property, anything you can pick up about a move by December.
Okay, cool. So can I just ask, so I do intuitive sort of guidance and advice and practical advice. Can I just ask, so one thing I have picked up there is you're saying that you're going to move, well, you're feeling into moving around December. So where does that come from, that feeling that you're going to move? Is it just an internal feeling within?
Yep. I'm just, putting it out there. That's when I want to move by. I've been doing the work to look for places, just making all the things that I like, that I want in the property, the type of place that I want to move to, like the area, a woody area with water and nature. Just really just trying to just bring it to me. And I do really feel that by December, I'll be able to make that move.
Beautiful, Nicole. So you've set an intention and you've energized that intention because you're living it, you're there, you're walking through it, you're taking action as well. So you're using your creative intelligence, and you're also taking action because you're going in the direction of. So beautiful. Wow, fantastic. Okay. So obviously you're a fairly spiritual person yourself, because a lot of people don't even know to utilize the imagination in that way. So you're obviously quite advanced in terms of your spiritual understanding. Yeah,
fantastic. I would say the last 6 months, it's definitely been really strong for me. Some things have been happening in the form of a job, and I'm just really trying to keep it rolling with, a new place to live, so I can, continue to do the things that I'm supposed to do. I really need my own space.
Wonderful. That's fantastic. Wow, aren't you in a beautiful place? Okay, so, okay, Nicole, and it sounds like you're really quite specific too. And specific's good because even though you're specific, and it might, just remember being open to, you can be very specific on how it actually appears, but and you can energize that form, but obviously you're open to any other variances on how it might come, because Source truly knows what is best for us, probably sometimes better than we know ourselves, and sometimes it can come in as bigger than and better than what we expected. So let's go into a beautiful relaxed space, and when we're in that space, I just want to talk to you a little bit about, I want you to go in the scene and talk to me about what you're doing, and from that perspective, I'll get a sort of read on your consciousness, and usually it's in a very expansive space, and we'll talk from there. So we'll see what unfolds. So this is going to be exciting. It is a very transformational year this year, and I feel there's a lot of energy, and a number of callers are ringing up around moving and transformation and transition. So there's a lot of that being driven in our lives, a lot of action in terms of, not just moving, but a cleansing of our lives, a refreshing, a revitalization. So beautiful. I think you're very aligned. Okay, so if you don't mind, if you'd like to close your eyes, Nicole, and I'd like you to go into a favorite space. It can be at the beach, it could be in the forest, it could be in your favorite chair in your house. And I just want you to go to this space and tell me when you're really relaxed in this space. So you've really put yourself in the space, you're really relaxed, and once you're really relaxed, if you could just let me know. Beautiful. Okay, and so now what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to imagine a door in front of you. It's whatever you imagine. I'm seeing a really beautiful door, so I'm sure you've done something quite beautiful. So what I'd like you to do is imagine the door, and then you and I will walk through it. So tell me when the door is there, and we'll open it and we'll go through.
I see a red door.
Beautiful. Okay, if you open the door, we'll go through, and we're in a room which is just full of white light. So we can tell it's a square, and it's just full of beautiful white light. And at the bottom of the floor is sort of an open area, and it's like a hole in the middle of the room, and we're going to go to that hole, and I'm going to take your hand and we're going to jump through. And as we jump through, you're completely safe. It's all brilliant white light. And we're going to jump through and I'll count from 10 backwards. So this is just going to relax you. As I'm counting backwards, I just want everything to drop off, you know, just see it as bands dropping from you as you fall backwards. As I count, just see it all coming off you, all your limitations and the day-to-day frustrations and just all your anxiety. So let's go. So we're jumping backwards. I'm holding your hand and we're drifting through space. And it's 10, 9, just let all that stuff fall away. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. And now all that is around us is brilliant white, divine white love. It's just pure God energy, just pure white love. And we soak that all up, radiating love within ourselves. So we're just in this beautiful divine space. And what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to go to December. I'd like you to jump in time. And I'd like you to go, let's go to January, and I'd like to ask you some questions, and these are not just going to be yes and no questions. Usually I do yes and no because it gives me, your soul knows everything, so it gives me an understanding, but with you, I just want to be a bit more descriptive. But first of all, we will start off with one yes or no question. So the first, just off the top of your head, the first question is, are you happy, yes or no?
Yeah.
Have you moved, yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay, and now just with your eyes closed, just off the top of your head, I'd like you to explain a little bit more in detail about where you are. So I'd like you to pretend that I'm a new friend and you're telling me about your life, and I'd like you to tell me what you're doing and where you are. So can you do that for me?
Living in my purpose, taking care of my children. I'm outside.
Fantastic.
There's trees and water.
Do you know where you
There's
are?
animals.
Do you know where you are, or you don't?
No. Do I know where I am?
Yeah, do you have a name for the place?
I just see. S-E-A. I just see.
Okay.
S-E-A.
S-E-A-C. Okay. Okay. And is it everything that you dreamed of, Nicole? How does it feel? Talk to me about the feelings. You feel excited? Do you feel, is it warm where you are? Is it warm?
It just feels nice. It feels shiny. It feels nice.
Okay.
It's breezy.
Breezy. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. And what are you doing? What are you working at the moment?
I'm writing. I write. I'm outside a lot. I'm writing.
Wow. And how much have you written so far?
Maybe a short story or a journal. I'm just writing.
Okay, that is so beautiful. Okay, okay, Nicole. Is there anything else that you want to tell me about this space before we go back? Is there anything else?
There's a mountain.
Okay,
There's a mountain. It seems close.
okay.
There's a mountain.
Okay, so you're on the coast, but there's a mountain behind you. Is that right?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, there's a mountain.
Okay. That sounds really beautiful. Okay. Fantastic. Right? Okay, Nicole. So what I'm going to ask you to do is we're going to go back to your favorite space, and then I'll count from 10 backwards as we move back to that door and back up to your favorite space. But so we're just going to go straight up into that room, and just things might come for you, resistance might come back to you, but you just say no, that's fine. And we want to keep all of that frustration, that everyday frustration that we talk off on the way down. We want to keep that off us. So we want to keep in that beautiful frame of mind. So with your eyes closed, we'll count backwards and we'll head back up to the room. So that's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're in the room and we're going to open the door and we're going to go back to your favourite space. So we'll open the door and you're in your favourite space, and I'll leave you now, and then what we'll do is just give yourself, tell me when you're nice and relaxed in your favourite space, and then you can open your eyes. So just let me know when you've opened your eyes and you're back and aware in this time.
That was me.
Okay, cool. Right, so Nicole, so I'm a believer that your soul knows everything, okay? Because we're infinite spiritual beings, so your soul knows everything, because if we're individualized divine, which I truly believe we are, then your soul is an expression of that. So therefore, your soul actually knows all. So what I've kind of done there is I've taken you into the future, in your imagined state and in a relaxed space, and what you've done is you've kind of walked through your intention, because you're already really clear on what you want and you're really kind of clear on what it looks like. And so I really wanted to get the feelings. I wanted to evoke those feelings in you about what that felt like. And what came through really strongly to me was a real sense of peace and flow. And it's interesting that you're writing, because I see rivers flowing and the sea flowing and the tides flowing, and your writing flowing. It's all very much about going back to living in flow. And there could be an aspect of some of the things that we see are also symbolic with what's happening inside of us, because our connection internally with internally ourselves is reflected externally. So we always need to go within before we can expect any change externally. And so it's interesting that you brought words up like breezy and the sea, and even your language was kind of flowing in that space. And you talked about mountains, and you talked about isolation. And all of those things, I think, are about you finding some peace and you finding some tranquility within yourself, that's reflected in your environment, which enables you to concentrate on your writing. So your soul is really actively moving you towards a beautiful place where you can best be who you are and tap into your creative intuitive, so that you can actually deliver on what you want to write. So, oh my goodness, Nicole, that was such a beautiful, beautiful journey. Thank you.
Wow, it really was. Thank you.
So
Thank you.
honoured and blessed to have gone on that journey with you. So I do think that the place is obviously, you said sea. It may be it may have the word sea in it. I just think that your whole life is flowing. You're very aligned, mind, body, and soul, into this space, and your writing, it's all flowing. So I think it's beautiful. It's obviously you've done everything that's going to enable it to unfold. I'm really not too sure how much added value I provide, but it was beautiful getting you into that space and those feelings.
Thank you.
Not a problem. Bless you. And I'm so excited about your future. It's going to be amazing. Amazing. And can I ask, Nicole, are you a writer? Are you writing at the moment?
I write often, not at the moment, not right now, no, but I do write all the time. Different things that I want to people. Yeah, I write all the time. I've always been a writer.
Beautiful. So in that space, I think you'll really connect to source and write some amazing stuff, some really amazing stuff, which could be inspirational for a lot of people.
Thank you.
Blessed are
Thank you
you.
so much. I appreciate it so much. Thank you.
No problem, Nicole. You have a lovely day. Thank you very much.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you. Tell me all about it. I can't wait to hear.
I will. It's right on the cusp. I know it.
It
I
is.
will. Thank you.
It is, Nicole. All good. Okay. See you later. Thank you so much for calling. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. That was really interesting because a lot of us are moving and transitioning, and Nicole's call was really great because it resonates with a lot of us, that we're moving and transitioning, not just physically in terms of environment, but it's also a change in the way that we live our lives, more back to that self-sustainable lifestyle, more back to peace and tranquility, harmony, more back to calling, more back to your purpose, your true purpose. And I think for Nicole, it's definitely her writing, and it's going to be reflected in the environment, will actually assist her in flowing out those words. How interesting is that? Wonderful, wonderful. Nicole's in a great place, and we wish her all the best. That's fantastic. Okay, next caller is 3 ending in 3774. Good morning.
Hello.
Morning, Soul Space Radio. Shay speaking.
Oh.
Hi.
Yes, I didn't know if you were doing readings.
I do. Well, define readings. I kind of do intuitive guidance and advice. So I can help you, but it's more empowered.
Do you have any?
Sorry?
All right. Do you see anything with my love life?
Okay, so first of all, sorry, who am I speaking with?
Suzanne.
Suzanne. Cool. Okay. Okay, Suzanne. So so you're asking me a question about your love life, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, beautiful. Okay, Suzanne, so I don't know really what other psychics do or anything like that, but let me explain sort of how I run my process or how I do intuitive guidance. So basically, I'm all about empowering you. So I don't really give people answers as so much as show them the answers are within themselves. Sorry, there's a bit of an echo. Are you hearing that? Yep. So what I do, what I effectively do is the energy comes through me and facilitates. It's all intuitive. I don't have any background in hypnosis or psychotherapy, but I seem to be playing in that space. So what happens is that we get nice and relaxed, and I'll take you into the future, and we'll ask some questions. And I'm a believer that the soul within us, our individual soul, is individualized source. It's individualized divine. That's who we are. So we're spiritual light beings. If you strip everything away, we are effectively individualized divine. So the divine experiences life through each and every one of us. Okay? And so if that's so, then my take on it is that our soul knows everything. And the soul is mind, body, and soul. It's not just the soul stand alone. But the soul knows every single thing, okay? And there's no time-space continuum for a soul because the soul is infinite. So, if you want to be with me, Suzanne, we'll have a bit of fun and go on a bit of journey, and let's see if we can get some answers for you. So, if the very first thing I'll ask you to do is if you would like to close your eyes and go to your favorite space. So wherever that might be, it might be in your house, it might be in the beach or at the forest. It doesn't really matter, wherever that is. And when you're nicely in that space and you're nicely relaxed, I want you to tell me when you're really relaxed in that space.
Okay.
Okay, beautiful. And then what we're going to do is we're going to just, I want you to see yourself full of light. I just want you to see yourself now opening a door, and we're going to go into a room that is just full of bright, white, divine love light. Okay? And it's radiating through us. And I just want you to tell me when you feel like you're full of light.
I am.
Okay, beautiful. And so what we're going to do is I'm just going to count down from 10 backwards, so you're nice and relaxed, and I'd like you to just let all the resistance go, all the everyday struggles, and just let everything, just see everything floating off you. And so off we go. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. And in that space, I'm just gonna ask, can I have permission to talk to your soul, Suzanne?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, and I'm going to ask you some questions, and I just want you to say yes or no. And don't think about it. There's no right or wrong. Just say yes or no. Okay, and so what we're going to do is we're just going to go, and it's January 2019. Okay? And we're about to, we can put on a beautiful outfit, and we're about to go out for New Year's Eve. And we're putting on our makeup in the bathroom, and before we go out, we're going to look at ourselves, and I'll ask you a few questions, and you can look in the mirror, you look at yourself, and you can tell me the answer to the question. So the very first question is, are you happy, yes or no?
Yes.
Are you at peace, yes or no?
Yes.
Are you looking forward to your evening, yes or no?
Yes.
Are you by yourself, yes or no?
No.
Are you in a relationship, yes or no?
Yes.
Aha! Are you in love, yes or no?
Yes.
Is he handsome, yes or no?
I'm sorry?
Is he handsome, yes or no?
Yes. Yes.
Ah! Very, very good, very good. Okay. Do you meet through friends, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, right. So look at that, Suzanne. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to go back to that space. We're in that beautiful white divine love light, and infuse it all into ourselves again. And I'll count backwards from 10. While you're in that space, I'll count backwards again. And just don't take any more resistance on. You just let it drop off again. So a nice light space. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, Suzanne, and you're in your favorite place, and you can come back to this time, and you can open your eyes and let me know when you're ready to talk.
I'm ready to talk.
Okay, beautiful. So a few things there, Suzanne. When I take people into that space, if they're really feeling it, I can tell because their consciousness expands. It becomes quite expansive in that space. And you really expanded your consciousness. So that tells me a few things. The first of all is that, you know, our souls truly do know what is going to happen when. So you can always use that as a tool to go in yourself if you've ever got any questions, you and anybody else. If you ever have any questions about life, you can just go within the soul, sit within the soul space and ask those questions of yourself. But how interesting was that? Because the question about the friends was definitely, all of the questions are just intuitively asked. So they come through me. I haven't pre-paved those questions. And so it's really interesting to me that obviously you're going to meet someone through your friends. And that the question that he was really handsome is really interesting. I wouldn't normally ask that question, but I feel like you have a really good sense of humor. And I think it was kind of like a humorous response that your soul wanted to kind of know. I don't know does that resonate with you, Suzanne?
It did.
Yeah, you're lots of fun. You're lots of fun. Okay, so how cool is that? So look, I really truly believe that we do know everything within our soul, and I think you've answered everything there. I feel like between now and January, you're obviously going to meet someone through your friends. Obviously, it's it's going to happen in the short term because come New Year's Eve, you're in quite a committed relationship. You're very happy. You're at peace. You're doing everything together. And he's handsome. What more could you want? And you love him. It's great.
Well, that's a good thing.
That is a very, very good thing. So tell me how you feel. How do you feel?
I feel good. It's just that really my friends don't know anyone.
Well, maybe someone will come up. Have you asked your friends if they know anyone?
Yeah, I do. I ask them. They say no.
Do they? Okay, well, maybe someone will come into town that hasn't been around, or they might hear of someone that they haven't heard from for a long time. So, yeah, interesting stuff. You're going to be hounding those friends, aren't you?
They really don't know anyone.
Okay, maybe you'll meet a new friend.
Yeah, maybe I will.
Yeah, maybe you will. So keep an open mind. Keep energizing what you want, because when we put out love energy, we're really truly aligned with the universe. So that is a primary function of the universe. It's a universal principle is love. So if you're putting that out there and you're energizing that through your intention, and then if you want to utilize your visualization techniques you can energize it further by putting yourself in a position where you visualize going to your favorite restaurant with this person, and you visualize going to the movies with this person, and you do that on a consistent basis. You can do that when you're going to sleep. You can even imagine there's somebody next to you. If you consistently do that, you're energizing that form and it will come back to you. It has no choice but to. Beautiful, Suzanne.
Okay.
Beautiful. So we look forward to your new relationship. Exciting times.
Me too.
Very cool. Yeah, so I guess go out there, be friendly, be happy, and don't just let life unfold as it will.
All right, thank you so much.
Not a problem. Thanks, Suzanne. You have a lovely day. Lovely
You
evening.
too. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye. Okay, how interesting is that? So the really interesting thing for me is that when we talk to people about relationships and you put them in the space where they actually, their soul connects in that, their soul perceives that they are in a relationship, and you can feel that love. It just expands. You can feel it. And it's so expansive that it creates in that expansiveness. It's truly aligned with the universe. Beautiful, beautiful place to be. So it's a feelings universe. So when we feel those things are true for us, they have nothing but to manifest. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So we're actually doing two things. We're actually determining within ourselves what the soul sees as truth, but in doing so, we're actually really energizing that form. Which one comes first? That's an interesting question. I'm not too sure, but it's just that question probably is moot because you're actually kind of just creating it in that space anyway. So yeah, very cool. Excellent. Okay, so next caller, 7834. Hello, Shay speaking, Soul Space Radio. Who am I speaking with? Hello? Hello? Caller ending in 7834? Hello, are you there? Okay, I think we've lost them. Okay, so, or maybe they're on hold. I'm not too sure. Okay, so we'll go to the next call, which is caller ending in 0073. Hello, Soul Space Radio, Shay speaking.
I'm sorry, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you? Who am I speaking with?
You're speaking with Lisa.
Lisa, beautiful name and a beautiful voice. Were you shopping before, Lisa?
What did you say about 3 weeks ago?
Okay, okay. How can I help?
No, I'm just calling in to get a healing.
A healing. Okay, wow, okay.
Or spiritual, yeah.
Okay, and so when you say healing, are you sort of indicating that there's an area that you think you need healing in?
Oh, I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
So when you say that you'd like a healing, is that am I to assume that you feel like you're not healed in a certain area, or there's something
No, actually, no, I think I'm on the right path, definitely. Just need more guidance, I would say.
Okay, guidance, cool. Okay, guidance around what? Is there anything in particular, or just generally?
Just general.
General guidance, okay. So tell me, are you happy with your life, Lisa?
Yes, and yeah.
You are, awesome. Okay, so what part of your life would you like to be better? Your career, are you?
Career, definitely.
Okay. Is it the main one that's career?
I'm sorry?
So, is that the main area that you'd like to see improvement in? Is your career, or was there others?
Actually, all areas.
All areas.
Everything. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Cool. Wow. Goodness me, Lisa, you've given me an open box there. Okay. So, Lisa, I'm assuming. So, let's start from the beginning. Do you have? Are you a spiritual person? Do you have an understanding of, or do you believe in source or God or universe or whatever resonates with you? Do you believe in that?
Yes, definitely the universe. I'm highly intuitive, but I would say the universe overall.
The universe. Okay, beautiful. And tell me, what is the universe to you? Like, if you were summing up how the universe is, or how it feels, or what it is to you, how would you define that?
I would define it as a higher power, number one. I would also define it as space where I just get whatever issue I have, just give it to the universe and let it go.
Okay, beautiful. Okay, so the reason I asked that question, Lisa, is because a lot of us end up, whatever we contemplate in terms of who guides us. And for me, it doesn't really matter on the name. For me, I call it energy, but that confuses people because sometimes they think I'm talking about light bulbs, as in power. So I come back to you utilizing the name source, but I think it's all it is. It's in everything. It's inherent in everything. It's every single thing on this planet. It's bigger than that. It's universe, cosmos. It's everything. It's all that is. And you can name it whatever it is, but to me, it's just pure divine love. That's what it is to me. And the reason that I asked you that question is because the interesting thing is what we perceive as the higher power or God or whoever God is for us, that tends to play out in our lives. So it's really cool that you have a very good understanding that it's the higher power and that you can use it to release things too, and you can use it as a tool to co-create. In other words, make your life better. So I'm assuming that you know how to use visualization techniques and you know how to use affirmations and things like that to co-create with source to make your life a better place. So let's go into visualization a little bit, because visualization is a great tool for making our lives better, for enhancing what we've already got. So let's say, for example, that you really wanted to change your career into something that you're truly passionate about. Then what you can do is you can visualize yourself doing that now, and you can see yourself. You've got to embody yourself in it. So you've got to feel it. So in other words, you would visualize yourself doing that job now. And as you go around doing that job, you would feel the feelings within that. So you would feel how that feels. And then while you do that, it energizes it and expands it. And the universe therefore must create that, it must outpicture that. Because first of all, we create the form in consciousness, and then the form is manifested in this dimension. Okay? So first of all, we create it in our minds and we energize it. And we do this with source because we're a feelings universe, and we bring source light and energy and love into it. And we can even simply just say, if we've got a major issue, we can just simply say to source, I hand this over to you to resolve. Whenever we have issues, we can simply say things like, I see that there's a major gift in this for me, and that will change the energy around the issue. But let's go on with career. So you can visualize in each aspect of your life, you can visualize what you want, and then you can put yourself actually acting that out in your visualization and feeling the feelings that would be involved. So say if I wanted a husband, I've already got one, but say I wanted a partner and I don't have one, what I would do is I would seriously consider what I want in terms of, and you can be as specific as you want, but be open to it coming in from, it may not look like your complete picture, because often source knows us better than we know ourselves. But you can be as specific as you like, just be open to it coming in from different directions. And I would write down the attributes that I wanted. So I would say, I want a supportive, loving, successful, ambitious, kind, generous, family orientated, committed relationship with this particular person. I mean, you can even go, oh, he's got to be 6 foot and black hair. You can be, but you've just got to be open to, physical. He might come in with blonde hair and you don't want to say, oh, he's got the dark hair. Do you know what I mean? So, and then you just, you visualize yourself with that person. So what I would do is I would say, I would go to sleep with that person next to me, or I'd feel my wedding ring. I would feel a wedding ring on my finger, and then I would play with that wedding ring.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's really simple. You would feel that, and you would feel the love for the person when you're feeling your ring. And if you're wearing a ring all the time, you can do that during the day. And as you do that, you are energizing that frequency, you're energizing that form, and that form will come to you, will magnetically attract that form to you. Okay? So, but just the best thing is to be really clear about what you want. Now, that's kind of got that, then it energizes, and then the person on the same consciousness frequency will come back to you. Okay? So that's relationships. Now, in terms of career, you can do a similar thing. So in career, you would, let's just say that I wanted to be a doctor. If I wanted to be a doctor, I would see myself in hospital administering medicines or making people better. And I'd walk around with my clipboard, let's just say, and I would just see myself doing that on a regular basis. And I could go to sleep seeing myself tending my rounds to my patients, and my patients are all glowing in health, and or I could see myself getting an award as Doctor of the Year, and all of those sorts of things. And as you do that, as you embody it, you're energizing that form, and therefore you attract all of the synchronistic events, people, and money that needs to come to you to make that happen. So as you're doing that, you're feeling, it's really important to feel how good you are at being a doctor, and how loved you are by your patients, and how much love you have for your patients. And as you feel the feelings are the gateway to the soul and the gateway to God, because your soul is individualized divine. So we are individualized source. We're here, we all are individualized God. So as we're here and we're walking through this planet, we're co-creating with our feelings. If we feel good, we energize that feeling. If we don't feel so good, we can contract energy. Okay? So that's careers. Now, and money's the same thing. You can see yourself with lots of money. You can see your purse just bursting out with money. You can smell money. Smelling money is a great thing. It puts, put it into your heart. You don't smell it to attract the money. You smell it because it will magnetize the money to you. So you just smell it and love money.
Okay.
And when you pay for things, you never feel separated from money. When you pay for things, you see money as love. So you see your transfer of exchange with using money as just sharing your love. So you never feel separated from money. So that's another.
Okay.
So that's another thing that you can do. But you can also visualize yourself. You can visualize yourself. You can, a lot of us find it difficult because we have so many preconceptions about money and what money means, and we have all these limiting beliefs. So a lot of people find it difficult to imagine what it's like with more money. But what you can do is you can focus on the things that you can focus on the things you want. So let's just say that you wanted money to go on holiday, then you could just go to sleep every night in your holiday destination, and just, you could be on a cruise ship, or you could be in a hotel at the Ritz in London. You could just go into sleep in that space, and then the money will come to you to make those things happen. The same thing as if you wanted a new home. You can see yourself moving around your new house and loving it and energizing it. So we can create, using our imagination and our heart, because it's mind, heart centric, it's not one or the other, you use them together. The heart is emotions and feelings. When you do those together, you are co-creating with source. And when you do that, it often comes in bigger and better and brighter than anything that you could have created by yourself. So it is a beautiful world that we live in. We are very blessed and we're way more powerful than we ever truly believe.
Yes, I definitely agree.
Yeah. I can feel that you're like expanding with happiness and joy at the moment. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing, Lisa.
Yeah.
So I hope that's been really general. It's a very general overview, but I hope that's kind of helped you to some extent. We could. Sorry.
Yeah, definitely did. Yeah.
Cool. So, I don't know if you've got anything in specific that you think that you'd like to do, but we could put, if you wanted to, we could go into the future space and you could walk into that and walk around. You could tell me about what that feels like if you wanted to do that. So all of the answers are within us. Our soul knows everything. So, I don't know, are you in a relationship at the moment?
No, I'm not.
Okay, so let's have a bit of fun, Lisa. You up for a bit of fun? Let's do this. So let's have let's go to your favorite space, okay? And in your favorite space, just get really nice and relaxed. And what we're going to do is, there's going to be a door, and you tell me when you're nice and relaxed.
Okay, I am now.
Okay. And I want you to tell me, so there's a door in front of you. What does the door look like?
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question one more time?
There's a door in front of you. What does the door look like?
Oh, definitely my own.
Okay, so you and I'll go through the door and we'll go into this beautiful room which is just full of divine white love. And in the middle is a hole in the floor, and we're going to jump through backwards, and I'm going to count from 10 back, and I just want all of those, when you jump backwards with me, I just want all of those resistance and limiting beliefs and all of that stuff just to peel away from you. And you can see it as balloons coming out of you, or you can see it as rings coming off you, and just let all of that stuff go. So it's a beautiful relaxed space there. So let's go falling backwards. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now we're just in complete divine love light. In fact, I feel like you're an angel in this space. You can be an angel if you like. So just pure white divine love light. Okay, and what I'm going to do is we're going to go into the future. We're going to go into January. When's your birthday, Lisa?
August 12th.
August. Okay, let's go August the 12th, 2019. And happy birthday, by the way. And what I want you to do is we're going to go out for dinner. And where's your favorite? And I want you to imagine. You don't need to tell me about it. I want you to imagine that you're sitting at a table for two, very romantic, at your favorite restaurant, and there's candles and might even be some beautiful romantic music in the background. maybe a few violins or something like that. And okay, and this man is with you, and you're coming through the doors of this restaurant, and this man's with you, and he's got his hand on your back, just on the small of your back, and he's really gorgeous, and he's really nice, and you feel so loved. And he's coming into the restaurant with you, and you go to sit down, and he pulls out your chair, and you sit down in your chair. Okay, and then he goes and he sits down. Okay, now, can you see him?
Yes, I can, definitely.
Okay, and tell me about, okay, so let's go for feelings first. So how are you feeling?
Oh, it feels actually great. Because I'm going with the flow and I'm not controlling any aspect of the relationship. I'm just going with the flow. It's pretty much open.
Beautiful. And do you feel really loved?
Oh, definitely I feel loved. Yeah, that's the most important thing.
Awesome. Okay, now let's have a bit of fun. I'd like to know what he looks like. I think the rest of our audience will as well. So what does he look like?
Oh, wow. I'm not sure if he has a bald head. Possibly a bald head, I think. Or either he may have grayish kind of hair.
Okay. Is he tall or short?
I would say about 6'2" and 1'6".
Okay, wow. Okay. Nice. Okay. And is he kind of like quite muscular or slight?
I think he's a little muscular. Maybe muscular. I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
Maybe like he's well fitted.
Okay, beautiful. What's he wearing? Is he wearing like casual clothes, or has he got a suit on?
He possibly maybe have, if he has on the east, I'm going to say the suit is not really dressy.
Okay.
A casual dress with no ties, the open shirt, possibly in a color white.
Okay. Okay, cool. Oh my goodness, he sounds like he dresses quite well. Got me into this. I'm right there with you two. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm starting to heat up. I can feel the flames here, Lisa. Crikey dickens. Okay. Okay. Okay, wow. Good God, yeah. You're really into each other. Goodness.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He's
I see that.
He's very gentlemanly, isn't he?
Very, yes.
Yeah. Good. It's very real, Lisa. I do this with people, but I'm actually there seeing this with you. You're very connected with your soul. Okay. So Lisa, is there anything else that you want to know in this space, or are you? Let's just take time now to feel the feelings.
90 seconds.
Sorry, we've only got a few seconds remaining. I want you to just sit in this space, look into his eyes, and feel everything now. And just feel how you feel about him. Really important to feel how you feel about him. Okay, so let's take a snapshot of that. Okay, and then you say goodbye till we meet again. And what we're going to do, you're going to be like Cinderella.
60 seconds.
And what we're going to do is we're going to leave this space. So I'll just very quickly count down from 5 to 0, and you'll be back in your favorite space. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. And I want you to just really quickly, because we've only got a little bit of time, I just want you to open your eyes, and I want you to remember, now you remember how you felt at that restaurant with him? Okay, every night I want you to feel that feeling. I want you to visualize being in that restaurant and feel that feeling, and it must come back to you. He must come into your life.
Okay.
Okay?
10 seconds.
thank you so much for that, for taking me on that journey, Lisa, because I truly was in that restaurant. That was awesome. You're very connected with your soul, and you can do that anytime you like. You can go within to find the answers within. Okay?
Okay,
You
all right.
can do that and if you can do that in relationships, you can do that in any aspect of your life. You can go within and
Okay.
you can ask yourself answers, and intuitively yourself will respond to that. Or you can go within and visualize yourself in a space and see it. Now, you know, I can't wait. You must tell me next year, you must ring in next year and let me know how that date went, because good God, it was so hot in that room. There was so much,
All right, definitely.
there was a lot of love going down there.
Thanks. Yes. Definitely. Yeah, I like them.
Yeah, it's beautiful. You're a beautiful lady, and thank you for letting us go on this journey with you, Lisa.
Thank you. It was a pleasure speaking with you too, Shay.
Thank you. Wishing you much love.
Okay, back to you.
Thanks,
Thank you so
Lisa.
much.
Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, and there we go. So, what a day. What a session. So, how beautiful is, do you notice that when you might notice the change in me and the change in the individual when you go into that space, they become quite dynamic, and there's an acceleration. There's an acceleration, exhilaration, there's an expansion of that energy. It's palatable. It's because it's a heightened state, they're in a relaxed state, they're in a heightened state, and they're expanding their intention. And they're connecting with their soul. It's in the flow, it's easy, it's uncomplicated, and it's simple. Connection with source and connection with yourself is only as difficult as you want to make it to be. It can be really simple. You can go within yourself and ask yourself questions in the future state. You can change your future. You can infuse it with light. You can go into the past. You can change your past and infuse it with light, and you can re-see your past. You can rewrite your date. We have power, people, and the power is with us. We are powerful human beings. We have power over the way that we live our lives, and we can be better. We can all achieve everything that we desire through co-creation with Source. We have to be co-created with Source, though, but it's only as difficult as you want it to be. Feelings are the gateway. Feeling love is the gateway. You don't even necessarily have to feel like I'm not connected. Everyone's form or interpretation of connection is different, and everyone's vehicle for accelerating connection is different. For me, it's just that pure feeling of being loved all the time, and it's a light energy as well. So, feelings are key. Feel great about your life, change it, focus on what you want. If that's not in your reality as you see it now, then visualize what you want and be in that, live in that space, live in that dimensional universe. Feel it, feel it, feel it, and then it must create in this dimensional space. It must create, because internal, whatever is internal has to be reflected externally. Beautiful. And we saw that clearly today in terms of change of environment and relationships. And such a blessing. It's always such a blessing doing this, because, I get to see all of these people truly start to understand that they are in control of their lives. Without in control, but they do have power. They have the power to make their lives better. And they're not powerless, and they're not separated. So I'm truly blessed. So thank you for joining me again today. Love you lots. See you next time. Bye.